Growing up for me was a lot of fun because no matter what I was doing, there was always some sort of sport or athletic type of thing that I was doing. My dad is what you would call a jock, whether it was tennis, whether it was martial arts or golf or biking. He always either had it on the TV or we were doing it ourselves.
I've had a myriad of runs in professional sports, martial arts, skiing, tennis. I played 5-0 and 5-5 tennis. Golf, I played on the PGA.
Once I was of age, I was throwing balls, hitting balls, catching balls, all the time.
Woo! Over the head.
I've always been there. I always coached their teams. I drove them to school. I picked them up from school. I took care of them when they were sick. And so we're very, very, very close because we have this amazing bond that unfortunately most dads can't have.
I got to see my dad kind of just pick up biking as a hobby, and he got really, really good at it.
Biking to me was a very big part of my life, and I biked it until I had a major accident.
My dad used to ride his bike to work, and so he was riding his bike to work just a normal Tuesday, and he got sideswiped by an SUV and ended up falling and fracturing his left elbow.
I had to have 5 screws and a plate put in.
After his full recovery, he actually got a call from his old tennis partner back in the day.
His name is Batong Briones, and says, "Hey, I have this new sport for you to play." And I said, what is it? And what's it called? And he goes, "Oh, it's called pickleball."
He ended up sending him a few videos.
You know, here I am, I'm not feeling good, and my arm's in a sling, and I still have 122 staples in my arm.
He put his arm in a sling and drove all the way across the bridge into Walnut Creek and tried pickleball and fell in love.
I fell in love with pickleball. It was maybe my 3rd or 4th Saturday that I was gonna go. And I turned to Caden and I said, "Caden, you've gotta come and, try pickleball with me. You're gonna love it."
I personally, as a high school student back then, had absolutely no interest in playing a sport called pickleball.
And I said, "Okay, well, at least you gotta try it once, because you can't tell me you're not interested if you haven't at least tried it."
As soon as I got on the court, it was kind of a match made in heaven. It was actually COVID in 2020 when I stepped into a gear of like, hey, I want to take this more seriously. I want to take this as an opportunity. While everybody's not really playing tournaments, I'm going to try and get really good, get in really good shape, and see how far I can take this.
I met Caden in his teenage years, and we started pickleball there, and coming full circle, we are kind of working on the same team, and it's been great. The main idea for the podcast was to be for the average pickleball player so that we can help them improve. It's really cool to see him grow as a player, to see him on tour, and to see him compete and try to rise up in the ranks.
I used to tell my mom all the time growing up that I was going to play a sport professionally.
To play the sport at a high level, you have to conquer the physical part and then figure out how the mind can control the physical.
Being able to play pickleball and not only be able to share pickleball with my dad, who is a pickleball fanatic, but now also my family. I just always had that dream of playing out a pro sport, and now that I get to do it, and my family knows that I get to do it, it's really cool for me to experience all of that, especially at such a young age. The APP Tour actually has a special place in my heart. They really do a good job of prioritizing everybody. So as much as they show love to their pros and try and take care of their pros, they do a really good job of taking care of their amateur players as well. I really want to find that medal stand this year. I think I have some good partners lined up, and I think it's definitely possible. It's just a matter of doing it at this point.